campers, welcome back to Too Many Notes. Been too long, but I'm back. Now I've got a whole stack of viewer questions lined up. Let's just start ticking them off. This week I want to start off with a question I get asked all the time about vowel sounds, about syllable. What do you do with your mouth? It's really the question, I think. So the first thing to know is that in contemporary a cappella there are no rules. There's no specific correct way to do things. Every group is different. So you gotta kind of find your own way, find your own sound, your own vocabulary that you want to use. An excellent place to start is with the core vowel sound itself and actually baking dynamics into the arrangement. What do I mean when I say baking the dynamics into the arrangement? It's simple. What you want to do is you want to use vowel sounds that reflect how loud you want your singers to sing. So if you want them to be very quiet, you have them sing a hum or maybe an ooh sound. And then when you want them to get loud, you move through an O up to an ah. Now this all makes perfect sense because it's really reflecting how open your instrument is, how much sound you're actually making. So as you move in your voice, the more you open up your mouth, the louder the sound gets, right? Pretty straightforward. If you want your singers to sing on an ah vowel really quietly, or if you want them to hum loudly, you're at cross purposes with yourself, basically. So that's number one. Number two, syllable sounds. You can use the syllable sounds almost in a percussive way. So when you start with a percussive T sound, what you're doing is you're building a hi-hat into the arrangement. Or to, to. When you have very gentle liquid vowels, those are not going to be nearly as percussive as something like a do, and then to is going to be the hardest hitting. So use your syllables to reflect the amount of attack you want in the sound. And of course at the end of the sound you can also close off your sound with an attack. Although that's tougher because you know what the snakes sound like in a choir where everybody's s at the end of the word. Or if you have people singing look, you want everybody together on that K, it creates headaches for yourself. So often the tail end of a sound is better if you leave it open. Just making things easier for you if you're the one who's actually directing the group for which you've written this arrangement. So use those consonants at the beginning of your sound to determine how much attack you want. Although, me singing toe brings me to my next point. You don't want there to be syllables in your background vocals that are actual words in your language unless you're intending that. So if you have your singer singing toe, 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 and unless your song is Tiptoe Through the Tulips, you might be a redneck. No, what I'm saying is you might have created a whole different level of lyrical message that you didn't intend. So think about the sounds that you're creating, and unless you intentionally want them to be lyrics, stay away from that. There are a few that slip through the cracks because they've been used so much. Do and bum and dumb. Thanks to doo-wop, those are actually heard now as just kind of neutral syllables as opposed to singing about bum 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 hobos or do do do. It's like someone who's really type A and they need to get a lot done today. You get my point. But lyrics can be your friend. Use lyrics from the original song that you want to reflect. It can be taking a lyric and repeating a phrase after the solo sings a line, then the background sing it, that kind of a thing, or singing it right before the soloist sings it. That works really well. Or taking a couple keywords, love, love, repeating that kind of stuff over again. I mean, of course it has to be done tastefully. It can also fall flat on its face if it's tacky or it feels artificial or your singers don't believe it. So again, there are no rules. It's a matter of making choices that work for your group. Oh, and one other thing to think about, if this is an arrangement for a recording, or if you have a lot of singers in your group, use different vowel sounds, different consonants, different syllables if you want to create different layers of sound. So if you've got a 10-part group and you've got a lead vocal and you've got a bass line, you may want a couple different trios singing different pads. One's on more of an ah vowel, and then another one's singing some lyrics, or they're doing things with doo-doo or dit-dit-dit or something like that. That'll create in your ear, in your mind's eye, the sound of layers the way you have in current popular music, the way you have in an orchestra, the way you have in a big band. that fills out the sound rather than having everybody overlapping on the same syllables, which doesn't create as many dimensions, I guess, in the sound. And you want full 3-dimensional, 4-dimensional, 11-dimensional string theory acapella, the 21st century acapella string theory, 11 dimensions. I am off the reservation right now. It's probably a good time for me to end. Stay tuned. I'll be throwing more of these up in the immediate future. Stay awesome. See you next time.